Hi, this is going to be a quick video on void of course moon, okay? A lot of people don't know about this, and I was surprised because I didn't know that a lot of people did not know about void of course moon until I saw another person that I follow on Instagram. She posted about it, and a lot of people had no idea what a void of course moon is. So I'm like, wow, this is an issue because we have people starting to get into spirituality. We have people who are starting to do their own spiritual and root work, and they have no idea what a void of course moon is, okay? So what is a void of course moon? A VOC moon. A void of course moon is when the moon is transitioning from signs, pretty much. It's transitioning from one constellation to another. There is a period of time. It can last days. It depends on when and what time it's happening. And there is an actual calendar that was implemented for this actual phenomenon. So like I said, this is when the moon is transitioning from constellations. It has no course. We all know that the moon is pretty much a blank vessel. It gets filled up because it's a water type of energy. So whatever constellation the moon is has an effect on it. I don't know why my earring keeps falling out. This is the second time my earring fell out. But we know that the moon is it's affected by which constellation it's in. So this is why your moon sign, if you have a moon in Capricorn, especially if it's a full moon in Capricorn, it's a very strong, powerful moon in Capricorn versus if you had, you were born not on a full moon, but you were born on, say, a waning moon or a waxing moon. You have less of that Capricorn energy. Your moon isn't that strong. You know what I'm saying? As if you have a full moon in Capricorn like I do. I was born when the moon was fully full in Capricorn. It was filled up with Capricorn energy. If you get what I'm saying. Not saying it makes it any more or less. You have a Capricorn moon. It is what it is. But it's going to show up very more strongly depending on how full the moon is. So when the void of course moon happens, the moon has no type of direction. And the moon is the most important planet to us on Earth in astrology, next to Saturn. So when people talk to me about their sun sign, I know they're not very that much deep in astrology and they have more work to do. Because if you know anything about astrology, the main two planets that you want to know if you want to know about yourself and why you're here is your moon, because your moon is more of what you are. Why? Because what's closer, the sun or the moon? The moon's closer to us. So the moon has more of an effect on us than the sun. And if you don't believe that, why do you think people act crazy when Mercury starts retrograding? Because Mercury is very close to us, okay? And Mercury has a control over our communication. The moon has control over our emotions. This is why they say, oh, it's a full moon, people are acting crazy, or the tides are higher during the moon being full because it's more powerful at that time. But imagine with the moon has no direction. So people are all over the fucking place emotionally when the void of course moon happens. The void of course moon is the worst time to start anything. Okay, if you want it to be productive, if you want a productive outcome with this, or the work you're doing, or a new job, and I mean anything. If you're starting a new job, if you're about to sue someone, if you're starting anything new that you want to see in a positive way, you don't need to start it during the void of course moon, especially not spiritual work, okay? Because it's not going to go well. It's not going to go the way that you want it to go, okay? Because the moon has no direction, all right? People are at their craziest during this time too. So if you're trying to break up with somebody or you're trying to get a certain positive result out of a person, this is not the good time to start a conversation with someone or start a relationship, any of that. Now, void of course moons are great times to do breakup work. So if you're trying to break up with somebody, that's a great time to do a breakup spell because it's a void of course moon. If you're trying to if someone's suing you or trying to take you to court, this would be a great time for that because then they're most likely not going to be successful with it. Anything that you want to see destroyed. So if you want a relationship to end, if you want to leave a job or anything like that, this would be the time that you do it. So if you want something to end for good, start it during a void of course moon. But I'm telling you, if you want something to have a positive effect, if you want positive work out of root work you're doing, anything like that, do not start it during the void of course moon. Contracts being signed, treat it like a mini Mercury retrograde. But I actually feel like this is more important than Mercury retrograde, if you ask me, okay? The void of course moon happens way more often. And there is a chart, there is a calendar that will tell you when the void of course moon is. And I'm actually going to create a calendar that has the proper constellations on it as well as the 12 sign constellations. I'm going to do both, but I'm also going to make sure that I add the void of course moon to this calendar, because I actually found a website that I can create my own calendars, my own cards, all that cool stuff. So that'll probably be more of a 2020 project, but I want to get that out there because there's a lot of people doing spiritual work and they're not understanding why it's not working for them. And it's because they're starting things during a void of course moon. Okay, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. You can research it on your own, but I do want to bring your attention to people who are out there learning spiritual work, or there's people who've been doing spiritual work for the longest time and they don't know what a void of course moon is, which is kind of worrisome. I mean, it's one thing to not do money work during a waning moon. Everybody knows that. Or do certain spiritual work during certain moon phases. Yes, but when it's a void of course moon, I don't care what phase the moon is in, don't be doing work if you want it to be positive. Okay, or don't start anything that you want to have a positive result during a void of course moon. Okay, so you may be watching this on 13 signs. I may post this on 13 signs, I might not. But I'm definitely going to post this on Unleash Misery. So I thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. You can also share this with your friends who may do work, or just in general, because a lot of people don't know about it. And I will try to remember to link the calendar for the void of course moon in the comments or in the description. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and there are going to be more videos. Please send me requests. If you follow me on Instagram, it's QDQ Commissado on Instagram. I do be cutting up on my personal Instagrams, just let y'all know I'm my true self on there. So if you ain't ready for that, Harley, then don't go to my Instagram. But you can go there and request videos that you want to see. You can also email me at unleashmisery7@gmail.com. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.